Well, we continued with the computing class. Now we will see how you create a chart. You need to know these tips when you will graph. Remember, only the numerical data can be graphed. This is important because you can confuse sometimes the text with the numbers. So it's important here that you will be sure that if you want to create a chart, you need to be sure that the data that you will chart it's a number. Okay, another tip is select the data together with a heading or a header. Yes. For example, here was some numbers and the header was an expense. Yeah. And now choose the type of graph and insert the graph or the chart. Yeah. This is all the steps to create a chart. Now we will create a chart. Yeah. It's very easy. Remember, you need to chart only numerical data. Okay, I don't know, something like that. Yes, and you need to select the data. But remember, a header is required. For example, here I don't know. Money. Yep. And you need to select the data that you want to chart or want to graph, join to the header. Yeah. Now you select from the tab insert. For example, here it appears different types of graph or charts like columns, line, pie, bar and areas. I don't know, choose that you want. For example, here I will choose a column. I don't know, for example, that. Yes, and appears very quickly a chart. Yeah. This is the easy way to create a chart, and you can modify that chart. For example, here exists a default formats. I don't know, you can choose one of the default formats that you want. Yeah. Well, for example, here I don't know, something like that. Okay. Imagine that you have your chart finished, and your boss say, okay, I need that you put down or below the chart, change the numbers, for example, the months. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Now you can type the months of the year, for example, and your boss say to you that you need to put down or below the chart that labels. Okay. You have two options. We will see the bot. The first one, you can change the chart that exists. For example, you need to right click here over the chart and select the selecting data. Yeah, and appears that window. Exists another way here select data. Yeah. Okay, this is the same, and you can modify that. For example, here the labels of that of the horizontal axis. You can change that. Click on edit. Now click in that button with the red arrow and select, click down and hold it, drag until the last month, click again on the button with the red arrow, and appears the months below of the chart. Yeah. Okay. This is one way to create a modification of a chart that exists. Okay. The another way is create from zero. Select all, insert, and select one chart that you desire, and this is another way. You can think that the last one is more easy and quickly, but sometimes I don't know, think that in your future work exists a default chart that always use, I don't know, in all the publications, or I don't know, in a magazine, I don't know. The thing is, the exists one chart that always all the people that work there use, and exists a specific format for that chart. You need to use exactly the same format. So if you make the chart from zero, is more difficult, and maybe, I don't know, because maybe the background of the chart are in a specific color or a specific picture. That chart is another color or another shape of the column. Yeah, this is important here, that you need to know the two ways to create that chart. Yes. Okay, now how you can change that chart? Well, exists one way. For example, here the default formats, and you can select one by one element and change the format. Yes, the right click for the format of the area of the chart. Yeah. Now you can change all that you need. For example, here or now you can use I don't know, yeah, a degree of something like that, I don't know. Yeah. For example, a picture, I don't know, let me look for a picture. For example, here, I don't know. Well, for example, here, I don't know, that picture. Yes, you can move your chart and use a background. Yeah. Now you click on the columns. You can again change the format. I don't know, for example, the color. Yes, the color of that chart, or you can change the shape of the the column. Yeah, this is a different way to show a chart. Yes, you can even choose picture background of the charts. I don't know, you can modify that you want. Yes, you can do that you want with your chart. It is only for demonstrate how you can do. Yes, you can apply something like a little shadow. You can apply all the effects and formats here. Yeah, this is important here, that you can customize your chart. Yes, well, this is all about the charts. Now we will see the exercise for today. Okay, you will make that exercises, the 6 to 8. The first one is the name, Asociación Ecológica Texcoco, because it's in Spanish, the name. And exists some data here that is by month, and for example here the payroll, the equipment, materials, and that's the adding or total. Do you know? Add or sum. Yeah, the average in Spanish is promedio, but if your Excel is in English, is average. You will calculate the average from March to July. Yeah, it is very easy. And to calculate the percentage of the total. Yes, and remember, you only will divide all the totals by the 100 total. That is that in this case is 334. Okay, well, here you need to use a chart. Yeah, and you need to use chart of month, payroll, and materials. How you can do that? If you look, if you select all of these, the equipment are between payroll and materials. Yeah, well, you need to select first this part. Now to select that, you need to hold down the control key and drag again to select another part of the cells. Yes, it's very easy. So yeah, only you need to select one type or chart that you want, but select something that looks like that chart. Yes, this is the exercise number 6. Now the number 7, it is an annual report. This is important here because this is an estimated budget, but always the estimated is different to the real. Yes, so you estimate the contributions 50,000, but the inflation for this year will be 1.4%. Okay, so you need to calculate first the 1.4% of all the incomes. How do you calculate that? Okay, you need to multiply inflation times the budget. Okay, and this is the 1.4%. But if you know what is an inflation, you need to know that the inflation, you need to add or aggregate that percentage to the estimate. So here you need to add the estimate. Yeah, and this is all about that exercise, because the another calculus is very easy. Total, add, yeah. And percentage, again, you need to divide the 15 between 147, 40 between 147, 3 between 147, 5 between 147. Yeah, this is all about that exercise. The important here that you need to calculate first the inflation, and you need to aggregate to the estimated budget. Okay, the last one is a little format that maybe you can apply that knowledge in your budgets or your shops. Why? Because I don't know. This is an example for the taxes. For example, here you bought 4.5, I don't know, quantities of cement. Yeah, the unit price are 625. Yes, so your amount for that boat is 2,000. Why? Because you need to multiply the quantity by the unit price. Okay, easy. The taxes, the same way that we do that, but you will not add or aggregate nothing. Yes, you only multiply the amount by the tax. Okay, the total is adding the amount plus the taxes. Yes, and the percentage, again and again, you need to divide every total by the 159. Then this is the 100%. The total, again, sum, and sum. Yes. Okay, guys, this is all about that class. We will see you, and you will send me your homework. Bye, guys.